Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. The Santa Claus rally. So just about everybody's heard of it, and it is a seasonality trade where historically we see some buying into the year end. Now, people may not be actually aware that the Santa Claus rally is technically the stretch between Christmas and New Year's. So, um, yes, some things may have been rallying ahead of time, but technically speaking, it's the stretch between Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So we aren't actually into the window of the Santa Claus rally, or quote unquote Santa Claus rally, right? But we are getting close to it. And um, I guess there's two questions. A, how often does that happen? And then B, if it does happen, what could we possibly look for? And then what to kind of game plan for in the aftermath, right? So I have up here, actually, this is a chart of December of 2019. So if you're wondering why it doesn't really look like the Qs right now, it's because this is 2019. So this was the 24th, so Christmas Eve, right? And then the following day, right on cue. So the day after Christmas rally, then another rally, but then we dropped to give it all back by New Year's Eve. So um, Santa Claus started off well last year, but then ended up rolling over to kind of give it all back. So it wasn't exactly like a huge bullish week. The previous year, completely different story. And when I say completely different, because basically everything was different about 2018, because that was when we had the collapse into new Christmas Eve. So the blow off session was on Christmas Eve, and then we had a pretty substantial rebound right after. But yes, we did have a Santa Claus rally, but at the same time, that's because we collapsed into Christmas Day. So that one did actually play out, but it's also because we were down 10% going into Christmas Day, so it was more of like a relief bounce versus like everybody pile in, for a Santa Claus rally. So now where do we stand? Well, we have had really just like an impressive. It's been an impressive few weeks, even though like the Qs really aren't doing a whole lot. Just kind of chopping around the high. There's been a lot of great action underneath the surface. The big cap names not acting particularly great, but there's been a lot of other names that have. So even though the Qs themselves aren't flying higher, like tech isn't flying higher, there's plenty of names that are flying higher. So to me, like the bias still remains to the bull side. So if we are going to get a Santa Claus move or Santa Claus rally, I'll be watching for moves A through 310 that can hold, which we have kind of struggled to do. And then B, if we do keep rallying through New Year's, so into like New Year's Eve, then that might set up a scenario where you really want to start thinking about positioning for the Georgia runoff, which is the 5th of January. So right after like the calendar goes over to January to 2021, we're going to have the Georgia runoff, and that could be a pretty big event for the market. There's a lot of people that are getting a lot more focused on that right now as we get closer to it. So if we do end up getting a Santa Claus rally, then that's probably something you're going to want to keep on the back burner, right? Like keep in the back of your mind that this rally might be a good opportunity to maybe position with some hedges or some volatility, just in the event that the Georgia runoff maybe goes the way or goes opposite of what the market's expecting. And if we do get a little volatility, I mean, averages have had a real big run, so it could be a pretty sizable pullback if it really starts to roll. So that's just how I'm looking at it right now. I do think that the action still remains bullish, so there is a good chance that we might get a Santa Claus rally, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on option trading or option swing trading, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you and your family are healthy, and if you're traveling, that you have a safe trip wherever you're going. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to everybody next week.